Hello dear IMAs, welcome back to the Newsroom studio.
The One Ecosystem online broadcast. It's a complete pleasure to spend the next hour with you and share so much interesting information.
We are back with a vast quantity of news, comments, discussions and explanations. I know that we were absent during February, but I hope you were not missing us.
No. Actually, we hope that you were missing us, but don't worry, we'll spend a very beneficial time together.
You have a very cool sense of humor, I have to say, Nikki. But however, it seems that you were really missing us because there are plenty of questions and emails that we have received and we're gonna discuss today.
Probably here is the right time to show the email address of the online show where you can address your questions. Don't miss to follow us on social media, Facebook, Instagram and YouTube.
And here is the time to remind you not to forget to subscribe to the One Ecosystem YouTube official channel and get instant notifications for all new publications.
And before we continue, let's get to know what you see today. Public blockchain. Absolutely, this is a key topic. For the whole network, deploying their accounts is of highest priority, so we can have a huge number of emails with questions about this process.
Before we start answering all your questions, it's time to go through the main information shortly. What is a private blockchain, for example?
A private blockchain is developed and maintained by a private organization with authority over the mining process and consensus algorithm. This is a distributed ledger shared with its chosen users. What do we have on the other hand? What is a public blockchain? A public blockchain is decentralized with no organization or individual in control of it, and its users can remain anonymous. Anyone can read, write and audit the ongoing activities on a public blockchain network, which helps achieve the self-governed, decentralized nature.
Because it's decentralized, public blockchains are called permissionless and also trustless with their anonymous users. Public blockchains offer particularly valuable solution from the point of view of a truly decentralized, democratized and authority-free operation.
Till this moment we have used a private blockchain, right?
Yes, this is true. Since its establishment, the one has used the private blockchain, which was an Ethereum-based one. So probably here is the right place to explain to people that we're not just pointing out now the benefits of the public blockchain, it's just the right time to make this step. So like a year ago, we already promised to people when we presented the company roadmap in Colombia, we promised to people that this is the next step that we're going to take.
The evolution of the One
Exactly.
Ecosystem.
We're a constantly developing company, so it's really important for us just to explain that now is the right time. We're not saying that the private blockchain is not a good one. Even the opposite, it was a very good one, and it still is because it's still functional. But we have just reached this level of development that we can no longer work with that.
Let's say the next level.
The next level, yeah.
Next level, but we will
true.
come to that later. And here, of course, comes one of the most important questions. What are the benefits? First, full transparency. Well, nothing can compare to a fully transparent platform. Public blockchain companies make it fully transparent to anyone on the ledger and allow you to see it anytime. There is no scope for corruption or discrepancies. Everyone must maintain the ledger and participate in consensus.
High security is the next benefit. Public blockchain companies always design every single platform in a way that offers complete security in reality. Every single day, enterprises and organizations deal with online hacks. The security protocols may vary based on the platform, but public blockchains are more or less robust. With all the security protocols of a public blockchain, they can quickly stop all the hacking issues they face.
The public blockchain is immutable. What does this mean? It means that once a block gets on the chain, there is no way to change or delete it. So it makes sure that no one can just alter a specific block. The best part is that the hash function works as a security protocol. In a public blockchain, when a person tries to change the blocks, he will create a different chain, separating from the original one, and his change will not be recorded.
Anonymous nature. This is one of the best features of the public blockchain that most users love. Here everything is anonymous. You won't use your real name or personal identity on the public chain. Everything would stay hidden and no one could track you based on that. As it's a public domain, this feature is mainly for the safety of one's possessions. However, this is also one of the disadvantages of the public blockchain. Therefore, in our One Ecosystem platform, we keep your KYC and your data, and when you are logged in, all the transactions are related to your identity. But outside of the public chain, your transactions are anonymous.
True decentralization. In a public blockchain, you will get true decentralization. This is entirely absent in private blockchain networks. As everyone has a copy of the ledger, it also creates a distributed nature. Basically, there isn't a centralized entity in this type of blockchain. Thus, the responsibility of maintaining the network is solely on the nodes with help from a consensus algorithm. They're updating the ledger, promoting a fairness.
In any network, the user has to follow many rules and regulations. In many cases, the practices might not even be fair, but not in public blockchain networks. Here, all users are empowered as there is no central authority to examine their moves. These platforms are also open to the public, so no corporation can stop you from downloading the nodes and joining the consensus.
And all of the benefits mentioned above lead to the primary outcome for a company that uses a public blockchain: full transparency and a better image. During the past years, the company was an object of attacks precisely regarding the nature of the private blockchain.
That's why we call this deployment to a public blockchain step forward. None can impeach the existence or functionality of our blockchain anymore.
Why Polygon? Polygon, formerly the Matic network, is a technology platform enabling blockchain networks to connect and scale. The Polygon platform operates using the Ethereum blockchain and connects Ethereum-based projects.
Exactly. Using the Polygon platform increases a blockchain project's flexibility, scalability, and sovereignty, with still affording the security, interoperability, and structural benefits of the Ethereum blockchain. Polygon uses a modified proof-of-stake consensus mechanism that enables a consensus with every block. And now, I hope we have managed to bring you some clarity regarding this essential topic. We can continue with all our questions during the past 2-3 weeks.
One of the most discussed questions in the past 2-3 weeks is whether the public blockchain means an exchange.
Yeah, of course, this is what people most are asking now. Everybody, when they heard the first time that the company is going public, that we're going to use the public blockchain, the first thought in their minds was that we're going on a public exchange. So I have to mention here that, first of all, this is a very common mistake that people make, but please focus on that and pay some attention that we're talking about a public blockchain. The difference between a public blockchain and a public exchange mainly is that the public blockchain is just a place where we're going to validate our transactions. So this is the difference. We're not going currently, still not, we're not going on a public exchange. But I think it's really important to mention here that the public blockchain is one step forward and one step closer to the public exchange.
Do all the accounts have to be deployed to the public blockchain? Each IMA has complete control of its wallet's deployment on Polygon. They can choose which accounts to deploy and when to do it. IMAs can choose to deploy only important accounts for their network tree.
This is something very important. A lot of members already asked. They even texted us, not only to the Newsroom email address, etc. We had a lot of discussions, and usually this is the main question. So what I usually tell them here, why we say that it's up to their decision and consideration, either to transfer all the accounts or just some of them. So it's important to mention here that after the period for the transfer ends, the accounts and the wallets that were not transferred, that were not deployed to the public blockchain, they will be accessible. People will still access to these wallets. They're going to see, for example, the amount of ones that they have there. They will have access to the lectures, to these educational modules and everything, but still they won't be able to make any transactions because a transaction between a deployed and non-deployed account is not possible. So in that matter, what we advise people, please think carefully and consider very, very carefully if some account that you currently have and you're not using won't be helpful in the future and you wouldn't decide to use it in the future. This is the most important thing.
Let me summarize. We highly recommend you consider your choice carefully because your network development may suffer if you do not migrate all your accounts. Bear in mind that you will always have access to each account and wallet, no matter if they were deployed to the public blockchain. During and after the deployment, transactions between deployed and non-deployed accounts will not be possible.
Each IMA has to consider the rookie account's importance to their network and if those should be deployed at all. Furthermore, everyone can choose a certain amount of accounts to include. Before you make your choice, carefully check the fee table. For all IMAs who would like to deploy all their accounts, existing accounts, we created promotional bundle fees.
Here, it's important to mention as well how much time people have to deploy their accounts.
This is simple. At the beginning, people were a little bit frustrated because they saw the timer in their dashboard. And they were frustrated, they were in a hurry to deploy. Some of them couldn't see because, as we said, that it's not going to happen at once. It will be a constant and smooth transition.
Step by step.
Yes, so some of them couldn't at that time and they were really frustrated that something is wrong, that something is happening. Nothing is happening, nothing is wrong, don't worry about it. So you have 6 months. Everyone has 6 months in order to transfer their accounts. These 6 months started on the 18th of February, at the moment we gave the start of the public blockchain. So after this period, because this is not the deadline, after this period ends, there will be another one of 1 year, but we cannot guarantee what the price of the fees will be at that time. So the fees that we showed as bundles, they are for this first 6 months period.
And this is the truly important information, the correct information.
Exactly.
Teddy, you said we cannot guarantee what the fees would be after the initial 6 months period. Why do IMAs have to pay fees?
Joining, this is also a very frequently asked question, joining a public blockchain is not for free. There are fees to be covered for each separate account. And even though the company covers a vast amount for the deployment, each IMA should ensure the rest of the amount themselves.
Here we have another important question. Can I pay with one? Unfortunately, this specific type of fee cannot be covered with once due to its nature. For the deployment of one wallet, the payment itself cannot be made with once.
How can I pay my fee? Another question. All amounts in the fee table, are 50% cash and 50% reserved cash wallet. If you don't have a balance or your funds in the reserved cash wallet are insufficient to cover 50% of the fee, you can always use 100% cash payment or ask your upline, for example, to top up your reserved cash wallet and pay them in cash. Currently, all transfers between reserved cash wallets are for free. This means that no transaction fee will occur.
As a stable and responsible partner, the company has no intention to cause pressure on the network. We aim to go through the deployment process smoothly. So, if someone struggles to cover their fees in this way, please do not hesitate to contact your local leader or upline. We'll be in contact with them to make sure we can assist each IMA properly.
Here is probably the right time to share with you that now each IMA who has already deployed their accounts gets an instant reward till the end of April. All educational modules will have a plus symbol that gives you up to 48 times more tokens depending on the module. You can see the number of tokens received on your screen now.
Again, this promotion is only for transferred accounts. So, if you still haven't deployed to the public blockchain, don't waste your time. 30th of April is to come soon. Transfer the accounts, choose the educational modules with a plus sign, purchase and get this instant reward.
As we already mentioned, the deployment to a public blockchain is a continuous process. It's not something that will happen within a month, so do not stop asking your questions.
From our side, we'll continue answering and bringing clarity into this important topic. So we'll constantly update this section in the newsletter and discuss all new questions in our online broadcast.
As always, we strive for correct and clear information, and this is what we'll bring here in this studio. Stay tuned and never stop asking and learning more.
Our online broadcast continues. Let's see what's coming up next. And here comes one of the most discussed topics, Voyage. How far are we with the development of this project? Are there any steps further? Let's see the next video.
Voyage, booking platform exclusively created and developed for One Ecosystem Independent Marketing Associates. A complete A to Z platform that allows members to plan and organize their private or business trips using great discounts. Voyage is the right place to plan a journey, with a great variety of options. Over 2.5 million hotels are available on our platform with up to 90% discount. Additional bunch of luxury villas and house rentals, smart suggestions for local activities, and car rentals. And last but not least, flight options from 950 airlines with up to 40% discount for One Ecosystem members. Voyage, much more than a booking platform. Plan your perfect holiday in the most luxurious resorts at an affordable price. And that's not all. Our members receive 110% best price guarantee. Voyage benefits continue. One is a means of payment. Buy Voyage hotel points and cover your hotel accommodation. Fantastic. Flexible subscription plans, monthly, biannual and yearly plans with different options. You are abroad and need assistance with a booking? Best customer service, 24/7 support center available in more than 70 languages. You need access to an airport lounge? We've got it. With Golden Unlimited plan, you access more than 1,300 private lounges all around the globe, anytime. You have to do one thing: dare to travel.
A long-awaited project, and yes, already functional. Please keep in mind that the One Voyage platform is already active and fully functional for all users that managed to purchase a subscription during the pre-order period.
Over 4,000 people are already exploring the endless world of One Voyage Travel Club. Some of them have already made their first reservations. Here it's important to show you the link when you can log in. Bear in mind you have to use your One Ecosystem portal credentials. You should have already received a welcome email with instructions how to log in and use the platform, with some useful tips as well.
Within April, the whole network will have access to the platform. So, in our next Newsroom episode, we'll be traveling.
Teddy, where are we going?
Wherever we want.
One Voyage can take us anywhere. Okay, but tell me more. I have to prepare my luggage.
Well, we will travel without luggage, Nikki.
How's that?
How is that possible? Come on, we're not going anywhere.
Oh, I thought you were serious about the trip. Well, next time, we'll see how to use One Voyage. We'll make a booking. We'll show you how to buy a flight ticket or search for a car rental.
Or how to find interesting activities, for example, at the location that you have chosen. And most important, how to use ones to cover your accommodation.
You know, we're not going to karaoke anymore. I'm already looking forward to exploring the One Voyage world.
But this is not all. Let's see what other important topics are coming up now.
Welcome back to our online broadcast Newsroom. The next essential topic and project here is One Vita. I'm sure you're quite excited about it.
I am. I have to say, you know me quite good. I have to say that at the beginning, it was a tricky moment because I'm not that kind of girl who is much into cosmetics, you know, day creams and all that stuff. But after I managed to visit the manufacturers, the producers of the One Vita products, after I managed to meet the masterminds that are behind this cosmetic line, I'm really truly inspired. I have to say it's fantastic. One Vita is quite different because it really blurs, let's say, the line between cosmetic industry and, for example, science. It's really somewhere between these two things, so it's really inspiring. Really.
And I'm seeing the flame in your eyes. What do you mean by saying that? For me, it's cosmetics and that's it. What is so inspiring about One Vita?
It's not, Nikki, and I'll tell you why, because One Vita is quite different. Normally when you see, for example, a commercial or a promo video on TV screen that says, hey, there is a fantastic day cream anti-aging, you're not gonna get old, you're always gonna be young and all
like
that
me.
stuff. Just like you. I'm sure you use plenty of those, yeah. But you're like a victim of commercials. But anyway, when you see that, each time my first thought is like, okay, good, another product on the market. But in this case, One Vita is really different. One Vita, as I said, why I said that it blurs this line between the cosmetic industry and the science, because the people who are behind the Vita products, the masterminds, they're scientists. They're I would say that even the cosmetic for them is just like something additional. So about One Vita, is very important to mention the main ingredients and the main carriers in these products, which are liposomes on the one hand, and for example the zeolites on the other one. Why I say that they are carriers? Because they manage these substances, manage to bring the other main substances in the product exactly to the place that your organism needs, that your body needs. What I mean here, for example, we are over 30 already. So you know that in order to get enough vitamin C, for example, from lemons or oranges, it's proved that probably you need to eat or drink more than 10 or 15 kilograms of oranges every day, which is impossible, you know.
You know that I'm not that kind of person.
I'm sure about it. So in that matter come these delivery systems, which I'm talking about, the liposomes and the zeolites. So they manage to get the best quality of all these ingredients, these main substances, and bring them exactly to the part of your body where you need it. So in that matter, it's also important to say here that the One Vita products, they are not for some particular type of skin, they're for all skin types. And normally people would say, okay, come on, how is it possible that a cosmetic line is for oily and for dry skin? It is possible. It is possible because these ingredients and these delivery systems, they are smart, they are intelligent. So they know exactly in this moment if your skin is drier or if your skin is more oily. So they will take exactly these ingredients and these substances and bring it to the right place, and they will like normalize, they will bring back the balance to your skin. But anyway, I'm not a scientist. I'm really excited because I managed to learn a lot.
You truly sound so excited, and there is a lot of fire in your eyes while we're talking about One Vita product.
This is totally true because I managed to learn a lot. This inspires me a lot. Every time I can learn something new and I can spread this information, of course, I'm totally excited. But anyway, I would suggest now that we watch the video with the professionals, with the true scientists, who are giving a very good explanation of how One Vita works.
Let's see the next video.
One of the founders and a current scientific advisor is Professor Krešimir Pavlić. Medical doctor, professor of molecular biology, former head and establisher of the Department of Biotechnology, University of Rijeka. Member of the European Molecular Biology Organization since 2002, member of Croatian Academy of Sciences and Arts, Croatian Academy of Medical Sciences, former vice president of EMBC, and a lot more. We found Professor Pavlić at his home in Opatija, a small and extremely beautiful town on the Adriatic coast. Professor Pavlić is currently a scientific advisor regarding zeolites and their implementation in the modern cosmetic industry.
Zeolites are hydrated, natural, or even they can be artificial, synthetic microporous materials with well-defined chemical structure, which means that the major components are alumosilicates, particularly aluminum tetraoxide and silicium dioxide. And it has a three-dimensional structure like honeybee, which means that it has cages, and this complex 3D structure is very important for activity because there are, as I said, cages strongly negatively charged inside in a lattice, which can trap the harmful substances like pesticides, heavy metals, etc. So the major property of clinoptil are one of the zeolites, but all zeolites are ion exchange properties. The second very important property is adsorptive property. Zeolites are absorbents. And finally, molecular sieve, which means that they have ability to selectively sort molecules according their size.
There are more than 100 different types of zeolites. One of the most important for biology and medicine is clinoptilolite, which is a 100% natural product and really hard to be replaced with a synthetic one. But what are the external applications of zeolites?
One of the first findings was that zeolite, especially clinoptilolite, could protect polymers from ultraviolet ionization or degradation. And this means that this actually opens a wide spectrum of use of zeolite in cosmetics and dermatology especially.
Zeolite powder has been used for decades to treat athletes' food, for example, or to decrease healing time after surgeries.
Our small clinical trial, which we did maybe 20 years ago, showed that zeolite could be applied on ulcera cruris as a powder, and it decreases the healing process and also decubitus.
The zeolite used in our Vita cosmetic line is 100% natural and safe according to the Food and Drug Administration. Many studies were done over the years and published in different medical journals. After so many years in clinical research, Professor Pavlich admits that the idea of implementing zeolites in cosmetics was revolutionary.
I think it was a very good idea because the cosmetics need something which can improve the action. And you cannot find better substance in nature than zeolites. And they are not well known, but now we implemented those materials in medicine many years ago, and I hope that there won't be so strong opposition from pharma industry, because pharma industry does not like such materials. These are natural materials, although there are some possibility to synthesize zeolites. There are so many synthetic zeolites, but it's very hard to synthesize clinoptilolite. And once when we did clinical experiments with zeolites against or toward osteoporosis, we found that this synthetic zeolite A is much more harmful or toxic than natural.
During our short but intense trip to Croatia, we had the chance to speak to the developer and mastermind of Vita cosmetic line, Marina Maustapic. But her experience, knowledge and passion started back in 1989.
I was still a little girl then, and watching my mother creating cosmetics in the kitchen. And this is how it all started. And it developed into a production, into a manufacturing, but the passion about creating new products and researching the different approaches and different delivery systems that we are going to talk about today is, for me, something which never ends. This passion is, this is the most serious relationship I have ever had. This is a place actually behind me that you can see where we develop very complex and complicated formulas, where we work with new materials, new concepts of skincare, where we just don't want to have home skincare as something which you just use for nourishment. We want to go one step closer and another step closer and another step closer to aesthetic surgery. So we want you to postpone and to be as good looking and as good and as young as possible and natural.
The major benefit of working with delivery systems as a component of cosmetics is that the active substances can be delivered to the skin undamaged.
The delivery systems that this One Vita cosmetic line is based is, as I said, something which is completely new and completely out of line of what we knew so far as cosmetics. It's bringing actually the active substance to the skin without the needle, just through your pores.
The delivery system is part of what is important for skin care.
Is the parts that you can have vitamin C, different vitamins, different materials, undamaged, who has survived the shelf life, who have survived the preservative that you need to have in the cream, and being brought and delivered to your skin.
But One Vita does not only implement delivery systems, but also intelligent skin and cell signaling ingredients. One Vita products are not divided into series for different skin types. With the innovative technology used, they are suitable for all skin types and manage to extract and deliver the nourishment needed.
So there are also peptides which are used in the creams, which are, I would say, they have intelligence of their own. So they're feeding the skin exactly as much as needed, you know, to be balanced. And the balanced skin, of course, is always the beautiful skin. Like soon there is some imbalance, there will be shown on the skin or whatever. It is also important because I didn't know, but only 7% of the minerals, vitamins, gets to our skin of anything we eat. So, for example, I am really taking care of what I eat and everything, but it's not enough. Just after the certain age, it's really not enough for the skin anymore. So you need to nourish it with a good product. Better the product, better it's going to show. It's simple as that.
Clara is not only a marketing strategist, but also an ordinary consumer.
There are, at the moment, 5 products, which I tested daily for last, 2 years in development phase, and now as a finished product. And I can say that it really works. It works differently. You can tell the difference. I could say that even after applying it a few times, you can already see the difference.
Apart from the zeolites, which are a totally new component in the cosmetics industry, One Vita products have another essential component, liposomes.
What are the liposomes? These are sphere-shaped vehicles consisting of one or more phospholipid bilayers. And the wide popularity of such cosmetic liposomes has been due in part of the ability to deliver special active components to the epidermis, which was almost impossible under normal situations. So this means that liposome can be used as delivery system, but also they can be used as drugs. So liposomes, I'm talking about the dermal or cosmetic liposomes, could be anti-fungal, antiviral or antibacterial drugs.
Liposomes and their implementation in cosmetics are of great importance because when used as a delivery system, they guarantee all substances will reach the right target and the products will have high effectiveness.
I compare it to a truck. You build your house. You need a truck to deliver some material. The truck puts the material at one place, drives it, delivers the material to your unfinished house. This is exactly how liposomes work. Not only liposomes, but now we're talking about liposomes. Delivery system is important in skincare because it has to bring and deliver the active substance undamaged. Now, active substance can become damaged for various factors. One is that active substances, imagine like people. So you have maybe 50 active substances, 30, 50, doesn't matter, in the product. Imagine that you have 30 people within a small room for 5 years. They would kill each other. So what you want to do is protect these substances from mutually interfering and changing one another. If you put pure vitamin C in the cosmetics, vitamin C is probably and will ever always be the most important ingredient in cosmetic industry, but it's unstable. It's like a person who has a very nasty character. It does a lot of good, but it does a lot of damage also. So these substances have to be somehow isolated until they reach the skin. Then delivery system come into play. Now we have liposomes I always I'm referring to liposomes as human beings, but they're not. We have liposomes, which are cosmetic liposomes, which are not nanoliposomes. They are not nano, they are micro. They have the ability to carry the raw material. In a case of Vita, we have vitamin C, we have caffeine, we have cinnamon, we have melatonin, Q10, we have all these beautiful ingredients loaded on the liposomes, and they simply deliver it to the skin. They can stand within the cream, within a certain emulsion or product. They can stand for as long as they need if you do your formulation correctly. Now that's the most difficult part for the producer.
The main difficulty, of course, is how to formulate and use correctly liposomes. This is a great challenge and the main reason for most of the companies involved in the cosmetic industry to avoid it. But we manage. In order to bring you natural, innovative, and effective product.
While watching the video, I have to say that it's really interesting, Teddy. It seems it's not just another day or night cream.
Totally not, Nikki. This is not that cosmetic product that you can find in the local cosmetic store, for example, or you can find somewhere online. I'm sure that each company that produces or distributes cosmetic products or any physical product would say that their product is unique. But in our case, this is totally true. I know it might sound weird,
No,
but
it's
it's
not.
totally true.
We are unique, Teddy.
I know
And you
it.
know about that.
I know it.
Well, I think you managed to inspire a lot of people already with your total excitement. Probably not only women within the network, but let them know. Is One Vita already available for sale and distribution?
You know that we gave the official start of One Vita during the global event in Da Nang, Vietnam. Since that moment, yes, One Vita is functional, One Vita is launched. The first products were, of course, for Vietnam.
Of course.
Yeah, related to the global event. After that, as a schedule that I can give to people now so that they can have more clarity and more information what to expect within next months. So the next products are going to go to China because I know that there will be some local events, and we will have physical products there available for sale. And after this, like this time frame of 1 month more, we will have the One Vita for whole Europe, for the Middle East as well, and after that, at the beginning of May, we must have it for Latin America as well. Let me inform you here, before we have started the official web page of One Vita, which will be incorporated in the One Ecosystem portal. One Vita will be sold out through the catalog in the One Ecosystem portal, plus in Deal Shaker. And here, the best of all is that One Vita doesn't only come with 50% once and 50% cash, it comes also with business volume, with BVs. So, as something that I love what KJ said, during the event, people, you get paid in order to buy for yourself.
Of course.
This is something fantastic,
He
really.
made a spectacular explanation about that. So we are all waiting impatiently. Incredible achievement for One Ecosystem.
Totally true. Within the upcoming episodes of the Newsroom online broadcast, we'll have here in the studio another key professional, Dr. Matteo Russo from Italy, who will tell us more about the liposome technology and how exactly it works. We are also planning plenty of workshops and trainings for our IMAs within the upcoming months.
So we are waiting for all this to come true. Our Newsroom episode is close to its end. Do not miss out our next one.
We'll travel the world with One Voyage. We'll share with you more information about One Charity, which is already a functional project.
The first donation of €30,000 is already a fact. During the Global Vietnam event, we gave the start of One Charity with the slogan, Lead by Example.
We'll also have a special guest regarding One Forex and its progress. So do not miss out to be part of our Newsroom world.
Subscribe for our official YouTube channel and get instant notifications.
Follow us on social media channels like Instagram and Facebook and be informed all the time.
And don't forget to send your questions to our Newsroom email address.
See you next time.
See you.